It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. And we are in Chula Vista, my old stomping grounds, doing a renovation / maintenance on a fabulous installation that went in, I want to say 5, maybe 6 years ago. Our homeowner has done a really incredible job of maintaining it by herself, but there comes a point when heavy lifting is required. You know how I often joke about coming in with a whip and a chair, like a lion tamer at the circus? This is that situation. So we'll start with what's going on out here that concerns her. We've got the good, the bad, and the in between. That agave perii is giving me life. Stunning. The Mediopicta alba, not so much. This is going bye-bye. Also, this is an agave moonshine, I think. So that's going. And what I'm going to do is reroute the rubble and move the perii here. This gorgeous stand of Crassula argentea sunset is also going to come out, get cut up, and get reset because she doesn't like it covering up her beautiful pot. So those of you collectors that may have difficulty acquiring and growing some of these plants are probably going to be very cringed on this video. But for those of us here in the land of milk and honey, this is just what we do. This area in here, it's so funny. Some of the choices that I made all those years ago, now I just kind of shake my head. This Alua audia procera is clearly not in the right place in this narrow divide. So we need to find a place somewhere else where it can kind of spread out. We have Cameronii in this garden for days, and it's all going to come out, get cut up, and reset. This leucodendron, also, we're going to take that out. It's cute when it's little, so we might set some cuttings back in the ground here. I don't hate that. It's just gotten away from her. And this gorgeous, gorgeous crest, she wants us to flip it around because the side away from the street actually does not have any scarring on it. So we're going to flip that around. I had done a little tapestry over here that's kind of got lost in translation, so I will tighten that up. I'm going to move the Orgialis to a new home too. It's too big right here. This is a pup off of this big one here. And she's having some reversion. We've got, see how it's reverted back? But I'm not going to do anything about that. It looks cool, and it's also attached. So we're just going to let that ride. Look at this Ruchia. I have never seen such a big stand of Ruchia.
Are you going to take that out?
What? This?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems
Odd. Yeah, this could be cool in a pot. In the back, maybe she's got a big brand new whiskey barrel that is just loaded with plant material. Maybe we just put the cactus in there with some top dressing.
Well, in the backyard, you have like 7 more of those too.
Oh, I do?
Along the fence.
Oh, actually, this is a different variety. But yeah, you're right. Okay, I digress. This stand of Cameronii, also all dug out, cut up, reset, and we'll find homes for more of it in other areas of the yard. Check out this aloe. Isn't this insane? So huge. This is another thing that we, wow. What about that in that?
It's too big.
Too big? Okay. All right. And then this is the neighbors over here. So not ours. Check out this McDouglii, guys. I think this was the first and last time I worked with this plant. It was so cute and little when I put it in, and not so much anymore. It's still okay here, but we are going to do a bit of pineappling. We're going to limit up a bit. These gorgeous urns need completely reinvented, so everything will come out of these urns. Again, cutting, resetting, cutting, resetting. Here, everything out, cut, reset. I was going through an arborescence phase, and there are aloe arborescens everywhere. I love these as a single but I don't really love them as a clump. So some of these will obviously be reset, but we need to minimize these stands dramatically. Then over here, this just needs work. So what I'm going to do in here with a lot of the cuttings that we have left over is just recreate a tapestry in this area right here. More arborescens that need to be dealt with. These pots also, you know, everything out, reinvented. This Portulacaria is absolutely stunning. She has done such a phenomenal job of training this to go down. I just absolutely love that. We have some Euphorbia antisyphilitica right here that I'm going to remove. And we're going to leave the angustifolia back there. Yeah, I think everything else is fine in here. We just need to get rid of that. Thanks, Julian.
Yep.
So that agave you can see bloomed out in the middle, and the pups have kind of taken over. She didn't mention anything about that. It's hidden behind a pot. I think we might just let that ride. I am going to need to get her going with some systemic on these Peruvianas, because they tend to get, well, they need fertilized, yes, but they also are kind of prone to scale, so they need treated. This stand of Grenadiensis with the lone Cameronii is, I don't know why, but I love that. And this Orgealis looks pretty good right there. So this, look at all the sticks on fire we've managed to pull out in the first 5 minutes. Check out this crested euphorbia right here. Is that the most stunning thing? It's so beautiful. That is coming out of the ground and going into a pot where it can really be appreciated even more. The Balsamifera is beautiful. Our client's done a great job of keeping that laced. And then some of you may recognize this area here, this gorgeous piece of driftwood. Again, she's done a great job maintaining it, but it needs, you know, it needs some love. So I am going to have Hannah stop tomorrow at Oasis, grab the usual suspects, and then I'm going to recreate the tapestry in here.
Look how big these two are. Your fence post.
Oh, wow.
And then how
Yeah. You know, microclimates, right? The fence post cactus, some are doing everything that we want, and others are struggle busing. So, you know.
over here, they're super shady.
Yeah, this is always a challenge against the house here, because it is very, very shady, and Shauna has worked really hard and tried to keep cuttings, you know, going and just keep this full. But I think this is an area where we just kind of need to start over. So we will. We'll pull all this out and start again. This area over here was home to a giant stand of Tiracali, and Kevin and Mel have already got it down. Now we just have to get after that root ball and get that out of there, and then we'll figure out, you know, maybe we move that Mediopicta into that spot and call it a day. I don't know. We shall see. There's just going to be so many options. You know what else would be good back there is the Bracteatus. The Petalanthus would be very nice in that corner. So she's got some there, and then she has some in another area too. Maybe we combine and create a really beautiful big stand of that for her there. So clearly, my friends, we have got our work cut out for us. Oh my gosh. So I bought a 5-gallon Tiracali for the coral reef we did last week. I'm kicking myself because look at all of this. These are so beautiful. I could have taken tops. I could have had 500 Tiracalis if I'd come here first. But that's just kind of how it goes. So we're going to roll up our sleeves, tear in, and check in with you later. So this was a Herculean effort. We only had 2 days on this job. So sorry if there weren't more updates, but we just had to get it done. I am so thrilled with the results. It was such an incredible team effort from Kevin, Mel, Julian, Hannah, Miguel, Greg, and myself. And our client, Shauna, pitched in too. Hannah redid this tapestry.
As we tell them how I was trying not to dig it all out.
Yeah, she may have spent a little longer than she had wanted to because she was trying not to dig it all out. But at the end of the day, that's what had to happen. That was just, things grow, and she couldn't get the proportions right, couldn't get the balance right. So she's like, you know what? I'm just going to take it all out. So all the plants found homes that were here. Many things were moved and shifted, but it just needed redone. I don't remember. Did we show them yesterday where we put the aluaudia?
No.
Oh.
No, because we only did the first. They haven't
Right.
seen anything.
Oh, you haven't seen where we put the aluaudia.
Yeah.
So all of the pots got redone too. Well, not all, but many. She has many, many, many pots. Most all of the pots got redone. We cleaned. We picked up rubble. We reset rubble. The neighbors have this horrifically messy tree. We did our very best to clean out all of the leaves and detritus as best we could. We moved the big, beautiful Vambellini that was here into a pot. Here in the corner, there was a very tired Petalanthus bracteatus here that was not getting enough sun. And I am obsessed with this. This is the neighbors, in case you're wondering. Okay, so moving on. Yes, the Fuquaria magnuglii got a little bit of pineappling from Miguel, and it's so funny to watch the evolution too, the design style evolution. I was so into ribboning back in the day. There was ribbons of rubble everywhere, and so I tightened it up and made some changes, got condensed a little bit, like it better. Many plants from the garden got new homes in new pots. Love. Oh, that's Paris. Hey, pretty girl. Isn't she so cute? There was a big melaleuca tree in here that they removed, and we're going to get another balsamifera for this area, but that wasn't part of this gig. This all got completely reinvented. This is the giant millii that Hannah was trying to work around out front, and it just didn't work, and it looks so stinking good there. I am also loving the cactus amongst the soft things here. So good.
Let's come this way before we... Alright, let's finish this way.
Okay. The pots, everything came out, and we popped cuttings of beautiful Cameronii. I had a lot of Cameronii in this garden, but it was all out front. I don't know. So these are already, you can see they're starting to turn red already, just after one day. They're just going to be blood red. So this area also got cleaned up. There was a antisyphilitica here, some random aloes. So those came out. She loves Kalanchoe bayerensis, so lots of cuttings of that hither and thither around. All of the Peruvianus fence post cactus got treated with bare tree and shrub and a systemic drench to feed them, as well as help protect them from scale this coming winter. Over here, these staghorns, she has a project. These are going to be hung on the house wall here now that the melaleuca tree is gone. And this little lambii, I just love it. It's so cool. It's, I think, one of the biggest I've seen, because I usually put these in pots. So that looks amazing.
It's the prettiest laced out one.
Yeah, Shauna's a really talented. She is an artist by trade, and she's great at lacing. This is an agave quadricolor. And those of you that are familiar with this plant know that it pups like nobody's business. So we like it. We don't want it pupping all over the place. So thus it is in a pot. Yes, our crested. Euphorbia got pulled out of the ground and into a pot because it is just way too magnificent to be in the corner.
The arboretum aeoniums we put all together into there too.
Oh,
Really
yes.
nice in there.
Yes, added the Zwartkopf arboretums, all got planted en masse, so they look a lot better and tighter. She had all kinds of sticks on fire, and we want color, so I went ahead and planted some of the prettiest top parts in a brand new wine barrel for her to enjoy. And again, this will be much easier to maintain contained.
She loves the spiller too.
Oh yes, and her spiller. This is the balsamifera that she maintains so magnificently. It just looks so stinking good. And this crested myrtillo is actually a piece off of the one out front. Also wanted to give that a really fabulous spot, front and center. Then here, this was a kind of undersea tapestry that I had done for her at the Git, and we tightened it all up. I added more plants. We brought in more creva. She decked it out with more shells, and it just looks so good. Over here, the Kalanchoe bayerensis was very, very tall and leggy and misshapen, so we cut it and reset it. So this is a very contained space right now.
We added the petalanthus.
Yep, we added more petalanthus to that grouping. The petalanthus Zwartkopf grouping. It's an odd combo, but it's working. We like it. Oh, is it? Oh. I don't know what that is.
It's a bite.
And then here is the Aluaudia procera. Don't be alarmed, Shauna, if it drops all of its leaves. They'll come back, promise.
I think it did that earlier this year.
Yeah. It might be a little offended, but they'll come back. Such a great spot for it. And her barrel cactus are having babies. Look how adorable that is. So stinking cute. And you can let those ride, or you can take them off. It's up to you. But let them get at least as big around as a saucer before you take them out. Then over here, this hot mess has been completely dialed in and redefined. The only thing that stayed was this Zwartkopf and this little petalanthus. Everything else is cuttings from around other areas of the garden or plants that I brought in. And it just looks so much more intentional. So happy with that. So, wow. I mean, like I said, it was 2 extremely busy days where everybody really rolled up their sleeves and just worked their butts off. But this is why we do what we do. I mean, how rewarding after a number of years, 5 or 6, to be able to come in and in 2 days bring the garden back to heal. We will be doing more regular maintenance on this property, so this is one that you will be able to see as it grows and continues to mature. Thanks so much for tuning in, and tomorrow Hannah and I will be in Lakeside doing another renovation of a succulent tapestry, so be sure and follow along. This has been Laura Eubanks reporting for my fantastic team in Chula Vista with your succulent tip of the day. Bye guys.